This exhibition has grown out of a long-established relationship with Chatsworth House in Derbyshire. Of the nearly 50 drawings in the show, only 2 have been in Scotland before. This collection is very, very special indeed because of its quality, but also because it has been together for around about 300 years, and they have been together ever since. That is very special indeed because most of these collections from that period have been dispersed at some point since. The first 3 dukes of Devonshire were the main collectors, and the second duke was by far the most important of the 3. The reason why this collection is so good is because particularly the second duke was a very, very clever and agile collector. Perhaps his most important acquisition was actually a collection from Holland from a collector called Nicolaas Flink. This collection from Nicolaas Flink had Leonardo, Raphael, Rubens, and this fantastic group of Rembrandt drawings. And we have some 20 drawings in the show which are from that Flink collection which he acquired in 1723. Drawings are ultimately the most immediate artistic expression. And if you think about the drawings in the show, you know, there are really, really special things. One of these Holbein portraits, or a drawing by Dürer of Mary the Virgin and the Child. There are drawings by Rubens, which are amongst the most famous the artist produced, and likewise for Van Dyck, but he's ultimately the star in this show. There are different types of drawings, if you like. You know, there are studies, and then there are records, designs for prints or tapestry of paintings. And we have a couple of things in the show where we can show actually what they were made for. Perhaps the most important example are these chalk portrait drawings by Van Dyck for the so-called iconography, a set of portrait prints. And then there are other drawings, for example, 2 by Van Dyck for an altarpiece, and we have these 2 really impressive large drawings there, one of a horse and one of a kneeling figure, which became a beggar in that painting, which shows Saint Martin dividing his cloak. And then there's another one by Van Dyck, which is actually looking like a sketch, you know, but what it is that Van Dyck, who was working as Rubens's assistant in his studio at the time, recorded the central part of a very, very important large picture of a wolf and fox hunt, which is now in the Metropolitan Museum of Art in New York. And then there's a very special group of drawings by Rembrandt in the show. Drawings he made on walks in and around Amsterdam. And they are truly special and very sort of close to the artist, because you imagine him sitting there on the roadside drawing. We have firstly to remember that drawings are fragile and vulnerable, particularly to light. So you can only ever expose them for very limited periods of time. The collection of drawings at Chatsworth is really one of the best anywhere. To see such a big group, the greatest drawings in one place, in one show, is really a unique opportunity. As well as welcoming around 600,000 visitors to Chatsworth each year, Chatsworth House Trust is committed to ensuring that the Devonshire collections are made accessible to as many people as possible. An extensive program of loans to public institutions in Britain and around the world.